Hey, good morning, beautiful people. Let's go. Let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Hello, my name is Wayne. COVID. I'm a currency trader just like you. I've been doing this for a very, very, very long time, and I'm here to share with you my experiences, good and bad, with the overriding goal of helping you learn how to put together trade plans. Please ask questions. Please get involved. Please take notes. Please leave comments on videos. Click the thumbs up button. Treat your fellow currency traders with dignity. If you're a spammer, please disappear. I guess that's it. That's enough rules, right? And of course, please visit our sponsor, tradersway.com. Visit tradersway.com and open up a demo account. It's pretty simple. It takes seconds. Bottom right-hand corner, it says Open Demo. Click a button, fill out a form. Boom, you got access to the back office. You can download MT4, MT5, whatever you want. Check out the execution speed. Pachow, fast. Spreads are narrow, swaps are big. All they want to do is earn your loyalty and respect. Would you please give them that opportunity? They're taking the step forward by supporting our community. So now give them a chance, huh? Tradersway.com. Also, I wanted to show you my new toy. Of course, I'm not quite prepared, and I don't know how to show this, so we'll try our best. This is my new laptop. What do you think of that? Oh, what? Stop it! Now, you notice the screens are floating. They're not like sitting on the desk, obviously. Whoa! Stop it! No, don't stop. Okay? Now, this is the tricky part because I need two hands. How am I going to do this? I'm going to try to do this. Okay, how about like this? You ready? What? See, fumbling around because usually you'd be at a chair, but let's see. Okay, with one hand, I'm done. I'm out of here. James Bond. Whoa! What? Stop it! That's sick. Oh, I know, right? Hey, what do you think of my new jet? Oh, it's nice, but what kind of laptop is that? I know, right? Yeah. So it's done by a startup out of MIT. And that's a prototype. And they actually did a pretty good job. Because when it's open, the back actually glows. This is their logo, right? And that's my laptop. Okay. So you get there, you set up, and you go snap, snap. Okay. So maybe, let me pretend I'm at Starbucks now. Maybe this will work. Hang on. Hi, I'm at Starbucks. Shut up! Yeah. Ha. Ha ha ha. Oh. Oh, whoa. Huh? Yeah, it's booting up. Anyways. Yeah, I know, right? All right. So anyways, that's enough with the fun. It's enough with the fun. No more fun. So I thought you guys appreciate that because many traders like the toys. So Peter, it's called Mobile Pixels. Type in Mobile Pixels MIT. Those are not 4K. My laptop is only 2K, and then the screens are 1080p. So what I actually did was I lowered the resolution on the main one to 1080p. And so, anyways, so 1K across. That's good enough, just for traveling and stuff. Hey, I just finished the price action part of the swing trading course, and I already learned so much more than before. Ha ha! Can't wait for the fundamental part. Cool. Right on, HK. Glad you made a good investment. Think of the years you're saving. Okay. So anyways, cool. La-di-da-di-da. Oh, my pleasure, Peter. Yeah, Peter's got to have one. All right, here we go. Now, by the way, I gave him the money back in February, and I just got them a few days ago. But whatever. All right. Cool. All right, so here we are. We're going nowhere fast. What do you think about this? Been sitting here for, 3 days? Drop into maybe a smaller time frame. Okay. Now, of course, my biggest concern is always where the enemy will attack. Okay. Where I am is irrelevant. I'm profitable. So what? That's why I bought it. Of course I'm profitable. So I want to know where the bears want to get in. And a bear's looking at a 382. Bear's looking at a 618. Bear's looking at a 50%. Somewhere in there is the sell zone. Okay. So, anything else going on here? Well, we got a little bit of price action here. And we got a little bit of something here. So now let's zoom in. And yeah, okay, yeah. Somewhere around the 382, somewhere around the 618. A little higher. But yeah. I'd say probably not the 50. But that kind of looks near that, and that kind of looks near that. Yeah, good enough for the girls I go with. So how about that? Yeah, Brad says only $300. Yeah, you need 2 screens, obviously. So times duh. But yeah, it's not big money. It's not impossible. Cool. So let her run. You can see we have some pressure built up in here. Okay, so if we can bust here, I'd say we'd go from 75.40 to 75.75 pretty easy, right? Okay, and then what we don't know, so let me do it this way. If we can get above this pressure zone, we're either going to get, we're going to get this, or we will get this. Which one? I don't know. Okay. Forex, well, it's an example of how and when to trade. Nothing more, nothing less. Why would I close my trade? Okay. Why would I close my trade? Well, first, would anything make me close my trade? My stop loss would. Yeah. See, I don't want to get out of my trade. It's the last thing I want to do is get out of my trade. Now, have a stop. I can't lose too much money. I can't have a catastrophe, right? So I either lose a little bit of money or I'm going to make money. But why would I get out now? Right? Okay. You have to go back to the original plan. What is the plan? Will you be... See, if I go break even now, I'm almost certainly going to break even. I'm not scared about losing this money. Okay? Now, yeah, we have an event risk today, and maybe I'll make a decision later depending on how things go. But I've already done my fundamental analysis. So the news coming out today is almost certainly irrelevant, although I'm sure you've got like 9 emails today telling you how important this Fed meeting is. All right. Okay. Oh, which currency? This is Aussie yen. But even then, it's irrelevant. I mean, it's just the same. I'm just talking about the setup, right? So the most important thing on this chart for this trade was the clock. Okay. So I'm letting this, I don't know, I'm either going to lose this tiny little bit of money. It's not even 50 pips, right? It's not even 50 pips. So, yeah, things might change. There might be crazy news. The Fed says something and the spooks the market, but nothing fundamentally is likely to change, right? So if we can get through the gobbledygoo of people's stifling mediocrity, then this will eventually go up. Okay? But yeah, market participants can screw this up for me on the short run, but there's no fear of losing money. Okay? So I want this to go up, and once it makes a higher high, and then it makes a higher low, and then starts to move back up, then I'll move. So before I move my stop loss, let's do it this way. I'll put it permanently on here. Before I move my stop loss, I need to see, let's say this, so we'll kick it off the future mean, and then up. And once we get the higher high, I will move my stop loss to break even. You see? But I entered this trade, so I plan on making money. There's no reason to get out because I haven't hit my profit target yet. Okay? Now, if I get out now with 25 pips profit, I just kill my upside. And I destroy the idea that I let my winners run. Okay? Got to be a boss. 25 pips. All right. Let's take a look at this one. I think on Monday I showed you like, hey, look, let's make this pink. Hey, look, the top of the day. Hey, look, the bottom 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 of the day. And I know you've been just nailing it now. Nailing it. Okay? Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man can't stop you, even if it's a 3-on-1 unfair fight against you. You are unstoppable. Right? You guys remember that on Monday? And people are like, wait, what? What indicator is that? Who cares what indicator it is? Who cares? Okay? This has been happening every day. All you had to do is do it. You can use 1,000 different indicators. Okay? But there's a market open, so clearly you need to be at the right place at the right time. Okay? Okay. There's trades here, fellas. There's trades. Let's see. 50% Fibonacci retracement. Let's go to the next move. Okay. 3A2 Fibonacci retracement. Let's do the next move. 618 Fibonacci retracement. So it's actually slowing down. I called this frequency, but apparently there's something else called frequency. But this, since I'm self-taught, that's what I did. Here's a 618 Fibonacci retracement. La, la, la. Okay, and essentially 3A2, not quite. Well, actually, now that I remeasure, it is a 3A2 exactly. Okay. Okay, so one of the things I cover in the day trading course is the Asian fade. So by the way, Asian fade, Asian fade, Asian fade, Asian fade, you're welcome. Okay, so wait till you get to the day trading course, HK. Stunning. Stunning, HK, stunning. Okay. I plan on releasing this because you guys keep asking. I have 8 days left of Harvard. And then I got other stuff going on. I'd say within a month. Within the month, I'll have time. Okay. Cool. La 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 la. So what do we want to do here? So the target, so again, this is pretty standard out of the trading course. This is OOP. Okay. You're supposed to hit the target early, like Monday or Tuesday. And then there's a potential back to the central. Okay. This is part of the swing trading course, I believe. Might be the day trade. No, it's the swing trading course. So this is part of the swing trading course. And right now, right now what happened was you were supposed to ride the 4-hour 21, which you had the op. You expected to hit the target early, which it did. And now you should be out for profit, waiting for the potential for a counter trend trade. It's not, remember, it doesn't tell you if there's going to be a counter trend. How could it? It doesn't know. However, it sets up the potential for a counter trend. So if enough bulls find out that the market is overbought and they do their job and they take profit, then there should at least be a hesitation, which this is. So now if bears see the hesitation and trade it, they will bring it down. But here's the thing, we're in the middle of summer. There might not be any bears. And people might not be watching their weekly trades, right? This is a weekly swing trade. They might be at the beach. They're not even really paying attention. They're like, oh yeah, the euro dollar thing? Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Right? Just another tequila sunrise. Yeah. Right? You're not watching your euro dollar, so maybe it doesn't behave the way it normally does. But it's behaving pretty close. This is pretty much what you would expect. And bears should be hot to go, HOTTOGO. Oh, hot to go. Okay. Bears, you should be like salivating. Okay. Especially with an event risk. I mean, the event risk today is whatever they do spooks the herd and kills whatever we've been doing. Meaning, we've got 3 steps forward. That's great. But the Fed might come out and give us 2 steps back, which then just sets up, so they just maybe kill all of this. Okay. But it's all right because as a bull, you're already out. And as a bear, maybe that gives you the opportunity. It just muddies the waters. Hang on, this is a startup. Hang on. All right, that's fine. Okay. You sold already. Okay. Yeah, I could see that. You're not happy with it. Yeah, but yeah, I could see that. Right? I mean, you probably sold it several hours ago. This is sort of the pullback move. Okay, there's your plan A and your plan B. So I don't know what price you're on. Yeah. All right. Well, good luck. Yeah, ice lavender. Just go to metatraders.com. It's $5. You don't have to pay a subscription. Just pay $5. metatraders.com. The link is in the description below. There's a link in the description to my book, to Trader's Way, to FX Bootcamp and the training courses. There's a link to MetaTraders and the chart templates. There's a link to the royalty-free music that I play, but I still get red flagged for copyright violations because YouTube is a big, giant scam. So, yeah. So anyways, there's lots of links in the description below. Whenever you need something, refer. Cool. Wayne, where do I re-enter? No, you don't re-enter. You took profit. And so what you do up in here is plan the next week. Okay. How do you draw the lines? Deborah, go to the description below the YouTube video. It says, download my chart templates at metatraders.com. So you click the link and you pay $5. Okay. Oh, you mean how do I draw like a happy face? I'm magic. How important is the Fed for gold today? I don't know. Is the Fed buying gold? I used to have I went to a Nirvana concert and I bought a T-shirt, and on the front it said Nirvana and had the happy face with the bullet hole through the head. And I was at the Cow Palace in San Francisco, and on the back of the shirt they listed all the concert locations that they were going, or like on their West Coast tour, from San Diego all the way up to Seattle, or I guess Seattle all the way down to San Diego. And they misspelled San Francisco on the shirt that I owned. And then, of course, Kurt Cobain killed himself and all that kind of stuff. And somehow, some way, the T-shirt got thrown in the garbage. Major regret. So anyways, Nirvana. Google that. Nirvana 1992. It was pretty cool because you know who opened for them? L7 and Four Non-Blondes. Hey, 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 I said, hey. Yeah. What's going on? Yeah. Yeah. Good times, man. Good times. And I think it was the next year I went over to Oakland and saw, I saw U2 over in Oakland. I was at the Metallica Guns N' Roses concert. And I was in the front row, bro. Front row. It was epic. One of the girls that came with our crew broke her arm. Yeah, it was that good. It was that good. She's like, my arm's broken. Really? Whoop! Threw her over the fence. See you later. Yeah. Oh, yeah. When you're young, huh? Hope you had a good childhood. All right. Kiwi's trying to gain some strength here. Bloody Kiwi. Really disappointing yesterday. Okay. But if you remember, the reason this was on a 5-minute chart, yesterday in our webinar, we were talking about buying at this price. Now, yeah, it went up for a while, and then it didn't really do anything, And then it came back down. Oh, okay, I got you. London brought it down. Oh, good. Okay. Meanwhile, your stop should just be here, and you've done nothing for 24 hours. Cool. You'd be up. What is this, 66.50? Yeah, a rockin' 25 pips. Oh my God, no way. Should I take profit? Okay. So anyways, we'll see where she goes, eh? Okay. Wake up in the morning and I go outside. I take a deep breath and I get real high. Don't worry. Be happy. Yeah, it was back in the era where every artist seemed to rip off the other artists. You're like, wait, that's a different song. No, it's the same song. Red on ice. Ice lavender. Landerver. Sorry, I can't quite see. Ice Landerverve. He's like, what lavender? It's actually a nice thought, actually. Lavender ice. I have seen lavender ice. Thank you, Guy. Hey, Guy, I know you sent an email. I've been so busy. And I know lots of you guys have sent me emails in the last couple of days. I've just been buried in school. I'm in my last 8 days of Harvard. So I'm really redonkulously focused. So hang on is all I'm saying. Hang on. Give me some time. Wayne, Fed need to print more money. Will Fed put up a dollar value? The Fed doesn't have to do jack. So I don't know where you say immediately the Fed needs to print more money. Why? And then second of all, so I don't know why you're so certain. Also, there's a history of this meeting not being live. So unless the world is in collapse, nothing ever happens this meeting in general. Barry, I saw it and then I went by. I use, what is it, Coinbase? The Atlanta company. So the Fed generally never does anything at this meeting. There was a time when they didn't even do a press conference in July. There was nothing to talk about. It's only a newer thing. So then you'll say, yeah, but COVID-19, the Fed has to do something. Well, first of all, they've already popped $4 trillion in the market. So if they added another 4 or 5, 6 or 10 trillion. What does that have to do with COVID? So the Fed's not going to do anything, in my humble opinion. Now, what I told you several days ago is they'll say something that will sound like a change, but there won't be any change. There might be some jawboning to say, oh, yeah, we got plenty of other great tools, and we're thinking about doing something new and supportive, but they're not really going to do anything. It's going to be a magician's trick. What needs to happen is the government needs to do their thing. Okay, we need a fiscal policy change, right? Not a monetary policy change. Okay, so the Fed doesn't need to do anything, and will the Fed pull up the dollar in value? Well, the Fed doesn't want a strong dollar, so that doesn't make any sense either. You got to go back to the fundamentals course, my friend, because that doesn't make sense. So if they did print more money, that would weaken the dollar, not strengthen it. So not following you, Bob. Come on, Bubba. Okay. Right on, Ronnie. Ron the Viking. Yeah, so June says, yeah, don't worry, blah, 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 blah. There'll be some sort of fiscal response. Yeah, so I already talked about that, 4 or 5 weeks ago, that there was going to be a surprise coming up, and it'll be $1.6 trillion. So, yeah, we already got all of that in our plans, right? None of this should be new information or something that's just entering your life. Okay? This is all part of your plans. Yeah, Lucum says, how do you fix my templates? The symbols are not, I don't know. I'm not tech support, sorry. Go to Fiverr and hire somebody. I'm not joking. Like, I don't know. You bought a $5 product. I don't know. Right? I don't know what broker you're using. I don't know. You might be, for example, you might have an ECN account. So, does your chart say euro dollar I? In that case, it won't work. Okay. So, I don't know, but yeah, I can't provide tech support for a $5 product. I mean, right? I could say, right? So, anyways. All right, so someone says they're exiting this. Okay, let's take a look. No, I didn't mean it. I'm just being blunt. I don't mean it to be rude. I'm just being blunt. In my culture, that's not necessarily rude. Now, it might be, but I'm not trying to be. Right? I mean, like, here's the economy, the economics of the situation. If you want to spend $1,000 for me to play around with your MT4 to set it up for you, I still even don't have the time to do it, so I'd still have to pass. So I'm sure you can find someone at Fiverr that you could hire that could go right in there and tweak it for you and figure it out. $5. Right? Right on, Barry. So that's all. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, it works for 99% of people. Okay. All right. So the question is taking of profit. Someone said they want to take profit on this. Okay, so remember, we know technical analysis. So all of this is pretty obvious and straightforward, correct? All right, so the reason we do technical analysis is so we can make decisions, okay? It's statistical analysis of a time price data set. In this case, we know for the month of July, which is now almost over, in a normal month, our target is up here. Okay? In a conservative month, our target is here. Okay? Now, typically what we would like is to buy the M2 but this is and in this non-typical month or atypical month, we would target here. Okay? So what we're kind of doing is we're changing the rules a little bit to fit market conditions, which is perfectly fine. Okay? So a move here typically would put us up there, and a move from here typically would put us here. Okay? Now we need to strengthen the noose a little bit because we're planning big and expecting small. So in this situation, we're taking this further and we're saying, well, typically, if we're buying at M2, we're only expecting R1, right? M2 is still a big plan, but we're expecting small. And to do the same, to keep this congruent, then we would say from here to here would only get us here. Okay? What we're doing is we're pulling things in. Now, if you understand the math, what we're displaying is it's going to hit resistance and stop. So based on math, there must be something to the left here that represents previous resistance. Okay? There it is. Okay? So what it's saying is we are in a sweet spot for taking profit. And if things are ideal, now that remember, it doesn't have to be ideal, you're trying to get to 67.23. So I would tighten that noose a little bit more and say, well, we would have to choose somewhere between, okay, the psychological level of 67 and the midpoint cycle level of 67.5. Okay? And we'll say, well, 67.5, let's delete this now, 67.5 is here. And if we did get up there, that would be a hundo P opportunity to take profit. And then 67 here is just ultra conservative. Okay? Now, this is all based on the monthly. Now, looking at the weekly, once again, we have this, what we call, okay, the CPP, using the methodology we looked at before, would only get us to M4. So there's a reasonable plausibility here of trying to get this to this point. Okay? Basically, or let's say exactly, 67.39 with a hope of 67.50. Okay? But we're losing the price action. Okay? So this is all based on what you should have done back in June. You would have done this type of analysis. Now, looking at this in current state, bears have an opportunity now to seriously think about it. And what a bear is thinking about now is this. Not just the rest of the week, but the rest of August. Okay? Hey, thanks, Barry. I hope you caught my answer to the other thing, right? Coinbase. It's an Atlanta company, and I'm in Atlanta. Are there any videos about how to, yeah, of course, right? In fact, if you pay the $5, there's a couple of basic videos that show you how to install the templates manually, but there's a video also on now the automatic installer, which I haven't officially launched yet, which is just a crying shame, but now it installs everything for you. But even then you pay, you have an option. It says, do you need like a 3-hour training course on how to use MetaTrader? including how to install, but also how to create templates and how to create profiles and how to enter trades and how to get email alerts and all that kind of stuff. It's $14.95. You just go like, yeah, unlock that for me. So if you need it, it's there. Yeah, we did that for you. But click the link. Get on board. Barry, how long is the course going to be 76% off? I'm going to like pull that down as soon as I have the time. So if not this week, next week for sure. Okay. It will change. I don't know what it'll change to, but it will change. And it ain't getting cheaper. Yeah, and I just answered that. So there's a bit of a lag, Barry, but hopefully you got that. Cool. So you get all this, guys? I'm folded in weeklies with monthlies. Okay. To say it differently, if you're a bear and you want US dollar to strengthen. Okay. If you are a bear, here's how you do it. You ready? Grab the left shoulder, drag it across. Okay. Then measure the top to the bottom. And then extend this. Oops. Well, let me grab it now. Okay. Extend this down to the neckline. Okay. And your trade plan looks like this. Okay. Thank you, GJ. I always want to call you JG Wentworth. It's from an old commercial. But they're like, wait, it's GJ. Okay, you got that? You see how I did that? You know, pundits, if the Fed is dovish, I wouldn't say they're dovish. Does that make for risk off? No, that would be risk on. And that would, therefore, dollar would weaken. Yeah. But I wouldn't call them dovish. I would call them neutrally bearish. There's a lot more risk. Okay? There's a lot more risk in the market. This is not a free market, right? What I mean is the reason the stock market is going up is that there is nothing else to buy. There's nothing else to do with your money right now except buy the stock market, but it's overvalued. So now you start looking for other things. So you remember when we talked about, do you guys remember when we talked about consumption plus investment plus government spending plus exports minus imports? Okay, this must have been about a month ago. We talked about consumption here will go up, but consumption for everything will go up. Everything from real estate to Bart Simpson t-shirts. Consumption for everything will go up. Now, there's no inflation in your typical purchases, but if you're buying the stock market, because that's not what investment means per se, This has to do with business spending versus consumption by a consumer. This is consumption by a business. So in this case, what it's saying is consumption for everything will go up, assuming the things are A, affordable, or B, wanted. So right now you can buy as many bonds as you want, and the government has actually given you free money, and the Fed has made money cheap. So if you wanted to buy bonds and earn zero, you could. But nobody wants that, so consumption for bonds is not up. Therefore, what was the good opportunity? Well, then you would buy the stock market. So the consumption of all stocks have gone up. But the problem is now, most of it's too expensive. So we had talked about a rotation. Do you guys remember that? Where you get out of your FANG stocks, the stuff that you've made a ton of profit on, but now it's trading at 40 times earnings. And you have to now choose, what do you do with that money? Okay, what do you do with that? Do you invest overseas? Do you buy real estate? Do you put it in your Forex account? Okay, you're still consuming, but you're rotating out of your consumption into new, let's say, asset classes or vehicles, or you're just spending it, right? You might just spend it on imports, right? Or export your money to Europe in exchange for European countries, which is the same as basically importing, and you get a weak US dollar. Because you're rotating out of, let's say, the US stock market, and your only choices now is buy real estate, buy cheaper stocks in the S&P 500. But why are they cheap now? All of a sudden you're like, well, they're not actually worth anything because they're overexposed to COVID and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, so now what? Well, you can buy European stock markets, or you can buy real estate, or you can put it into Forex, or you can buy gold and all that kind of stuff. Okay? Right on, Barry. Have fun. I hope you really enjoy it. You can finish in 2 weeks. You have a year. Okay? So now the thing is gold, right? And you're like, are people buying gold? Well, we actually talked about this a month ago, and I said, yes, consumption for all things will go up, including gold. Now, is that why gold is astronomical? No, because central banks of emerging markets are buying gold to weaken their currency. But again, I covered that a couple of days ago, but I also covered that a couple of weeks ago. So you guys should be solid, hardcore on this knowledge. Am I right? Cool. Hang on. I need another espresso. Does this work? Yeah. Hang on. I need another espresso. And do I have jazzy music? I think I have jazzy music, don't I? Or am I going to get a real money options trader in his jet? I'm a real money options trader on my jet. I have so much money, I have a jet. Because I trade options with real money. And I have a jet. Did I mention my jet? You guys get any of those, or is it just me? Yeah, no doubt. I got the ad. I only do one trade a week, but it's worked 72 years in a row, and I have this jet. I only do one trade a week, and I'm rich. If you want a jet, and if you want to be rich, and you only want to do one trade a week, be rich like me. I get it every day. Look, I wear a t-shirt. I'm just like Axelrod. Right? I have a $50 million jet and a $2 t-shirt from Walmart. It totally adds up, you know. It totally adds up. Okay, be right back. Just need some liquid love. You know what really sucks though too is you go to I've done this. I want to advertise a video on YouTube. It could be actually promoting one of these webinars, like literally just the recording of what we're doing here. I'm like, I want to promote that, and they're like, no, you can't promote Forex because it's speculative. But then I get those jerks of like, hey, I'm in a jet. I'm the world's most powerful real money options trader. Look at me. Now you should be like me in my jet. And I'm like, so I can't promote my educational stuff, but they can promote that crap? It's just weird, right? It's not. It's wrong. Oh, look at the baby deer. Oh, look at the baby deer. Oh, there's some. Mom. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh my God. So Mama Deer walked by with her. She's got 2 babies with her. I swear to you, she had 3 the other day. And I'm like, where's the other baby? And then Mom comes around the azalea, and I think she's been hit by a car. And I think one of the babies is injured, and I think the other one's dead, and the other one is just all, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's horrible. Oh man, that's so sad. I'm totally bummed out now. Oh my God. She's lost a baby and she's going to die in my yard with these others running around. What do you do? Oh, crap. But not in the United States, Blue Boy. Apparently, YouTube says if you want to scam people in other countries, you can, just not America or Canada or England. So, anyways. Oh my God, that's so horrible. A lot of our deer, though, have a lot of babies this year, very late in the season. Called a vet. You know what I think I'll do is I'll go to the store. I'm going to buy some deer food. Maybe if I feed them and give them a place to stay for a while, she can heal up. All right. So if you remember, on Monday I said I want this to go up, I want this to go up, I want this to go down, I want this to go down, I want this to go up. Do you guys remember all that? This is why I have the templates set the way I have them set. So let's go through this just one more quick time. Okay. Up, 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 down, down, gone. That was our trade plan. These must be dailies. So there you go. Kicked off 129.00000. Pretty straightforward. Yet another day up. So this is Monday. No. Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Yeah. So anyways, it's just moving. So that's easy money for you. Monday, Tuesday, and I'm sorry, but no, this is monthly, right? Where's the first? Okay, let's go back to this. Okay, this is the first of the month. Perfect time to be long. Okay, and then these must be weeks. So inside of that trend, you have up, 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 down, down, buy, up, 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 down, down, buy, up, 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 down, down, buy. Now, remember, these, like, this is next week's zone, so you would have known this area here, you would have known it. So one way of doing that is you drag it left, okay? Now, I do it mentally, of course, but you can do anything you want, right? So you drag it all left, and we call that front running, okay? So let's put it back together now. Your monthly plan was this, and then inside of that, you have up, 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 down, down, buy, up, 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 down, down, buy, up, 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 down, down, buy, up, up, up. This could be, I mean, it's a bit early, but it's not too early. We have this Fed meeting later, but whatever. So we don't know. Okay. So now inside of this, you want a day trade or intraday trade. Does that make sense? Yeah, Joe Robinhood says Wayne has a heart. Only for animals. Yeah. For some reason. My wife sees me with the dog, and I'm cuddling it, and I'm petting her, and I'm kissing her on her forehead. She looks at me, and she's like, why don't you do that with me? I'm like, oh, she's just a dumb animal, and So, yeah. I'm the guy at the zoo that's carrying the baby goat around. They're like, you can't do that. Put that goat down. Hey, it don't mind. Okay. Oh, you're now doing the fundamentals course? Right on. All right, so going all the way back to Monday, remember I set all this bearish. You guys remember? Okay. Down, 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 up, up, sell, down, 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 up, up, sell. We were right here, if you recall. We had this one, and I reaffirmed we called them step downs, remember? So from that webinar, which I guess was yesterday, dropped from 134.50 down to 133.50. So it dropped 100 pips. And then what was the trade plan today? Up, up, sell, and now hopefully heading down. And also, we call that the Asia fade. So for example, if you went to youtube.com/FXBootcamp and you typed in Asia, the Asian fade, okay, you may see us doing that back in like 2007, 2008, 2009, even earlier than that. So this has been a part of my trading really forever. It was how I discovered swing trading. Of course, I didn't know it was swing trading, but that's what I was doing. And if you recall, and I still have them, let's delete this. Hang on. Do I have a basic blank? I don't want blank. I don't think I have any of these. I guess pivot points daily, but that's just which ones do I have? Yeah, okay, this will work. All right, so let me zoom in so this makes sense. Okay. This goes back so far that Wyatt pivots are based on my pivot points from the GFT program. So the actual software I used back in 2004, we had something called, and I invented these, called Fibbits. So it says plot Fibbits. Yes. And this had to do with planning out the Asia fade. Time period, day, count periods. Let's just, I think even 0. Do I want future pivots? Pivots, midpoints, true. I just want them to stand out. Plot Fibbits, true. I don't know what his labels were, but let me put them there. We don't need the prices. Dot, dot. Fibbit width. Yeah, so let's do this. 5. 5. Plot yesterday's, no. Plot open, no. No, no. All right, so let's try this. Okay. So that's, I actually did them with dots, so he's done them with lines. Okay, fine. But, and I wonder if I could even get rid of that. I'll leave them. All right. So what I did back in 2004, and it had to do with the Asian fade. Just trying to get rid of pivot points. Oh, I know. Yeah, I can just get rid of these. Will that do it? Okay. But it only applied to the future ones. Shoot. So he forces me to do both. Okay, well, pivot points, true. All right. So what I looked at, and now it's not plotting it at all. Hang on. Pivot points, true, 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 true. Now it won't do it. Now it won't do it. I did it twice. Indicators. Plot pivots, true. Why won't it do it now? I guess maybe it was this, day 0. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so I don't like how he has this set up, but he's trying to do my fibbits. So a fibbit is a combination of pivots, and Fibonacci. Now, pivots are part of pivot point trading. I day trade with them, I swing trade with them, I position trade with them. They're a form of support and resistance based on market price, previous market action. Okay. And then fibs have to do with price action. So again, in my methodology, and of course I go into great detail in my book about this, I'm always trying to separate price from market. And this is another example of, okay, the pivots are giving me market, but the fibs are giving me price. And what I'm trying to do is if I'm in an uptrend, and right now you can see we're not really in much of a trend, but I guess we can keep this as a downtrend. So if we're in a downtrend, okay, what I'm trying to do is look at the previous time frames that we had and build in a cluster of pivots and Fibonacci retracements. And remember, a Fibonacci retracement is only used to predict an extension. And I would time this, right? I would do this in Asia. So, let me see. I guess, all right, so I'm just getting my bearings straight. Okay, so these are dailies. This is today. What would I have been doing the previous day? Okay, now you know I'm a bear. You know this. You should know this. This is USD CAD. You should know this. I'm clearly a bear. Okay, and we're here at the end of the day, and in Asia, I want to sell off of off of a lower high. Okay, and that's right. So I'm saying, even though there's an existing downtrend, and let me add some more time so you see it, put it in context, because that looks range bound, right? But the more time you add, let's do it this way. The more time you add, the more clearly it's a downtrend, right? So what I'm trying to do is say, okay, well, we've had this downward move and we're right here. So I want it to go up in Asia so I can sell it. I'm going to fade Asia. Okay, and that's the Asian fade. And it sort of gives you an idea that it's a combination of the market and the price. Okay. Oh, is that right, Blue Boy? Yeah, but I don't care. I do other things now. I have better tools than Fibbits. But I did invent those, and the point was I use these Fibonacci levels in combinations with pivots. Fibbits, Fibonacci and pivots. Primarily to day trade, kicking off Asia fades, which is what I teach in the day trading course anyways, but with a lot more sophistication. But that's what I was doing almost 20 years ago. Okay, but the thing is, I had to hire someone, and there was no Fiverr, so I had to hire someone to program all of that. But for him to program all of that, I had to know exactly what I wanted and why, which I was just doing all of this manually. So whatever. It's just a tool. If you don't have the methodology, if you don't understand the why, the tools are worthless. Cool. And so we already did that. I think I'm still in a nasty Kiwi trade. Let's take a look. And then I think we'll just end it today, but let's go in this. Okay. Okay, yeah. Trapped. Where's my wife and family? What if I die here? Who'll be my role model? Will you be my role model? Bone digger, bone digger. Roly-poly little bat-faced girl. Go. Neat, right? So I'm just stuck, waiting for you to justify my trade. My trade. So, is there any hope? Well, whatever. I got to stop, so who cares? Let's look to the other pivots to answer the question, is there any hope? Oh, that trade was from Monday, FT9. So I'm just nursing a swing here. Not a big deal. So let's see. I need all yen pairs to go up. So here is Aussie yen, and it is going up. It hasn't made a higher high yet, but I'm profitable. So once we can get up to the central, I can think about maybe moving my stop. So right now, this one's working out okay. So Aussie yen says, you know what? If you get knocked out on Kiwi yen, you get knocked out on Kiwi yen. But if Aussie yen goes up, then Kiwi yen's going to go up, and so I'll make money here and offset right now it's just whatever the cost of sitting, I suppose. And then what else is going on? This is the other trade I'm in since Monday, and here's the risk we were talking about. That would be the traders going against me. Remember that conversation on Monday? I knew I was already long. This is where people would trade against me. So we worked our way up, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So I am profitable. We do have multiple higher highs. So this one I can actually move my stop on to -3. And looks like I'm long right around 135.50. So I'm up about 75 pips right now. The other one I'm up about 20 pips, and the third one I'm down about 50. But the question we have on the table is there any hope that Kiwi yen goes up? And the answer is yes. Okay. I bought in the first 5 minutes of the market open on all those trades. I was done in 5 minutes planning my entire week. But of course, I planned my prior week with the swing trading group. So last week, the swing trading group got together. We planned out this week. And we did in great detail. We went through, I think, 5 different people did their plans. And I talked to each one of them for about 10 or 15 minutes and got it. And these were all actually other people's trade plans. And it was great because on Thursday, we had multiple trade plans that required the yen pairs to drop hundreds and hundreds of pips, like 200, 250, and 300 pips. And they did. And what was our plan? Well, if they drop to our support levels, we will buy them. So guess what I did? I bought them at our support levels. I mean, it was all pre-planned. So all I had to do is show up, and here's what I did. Click, done for the week. What I did is I clicked it, I popped a stop, done. Then I went to another pair. And I said, right, so there's your pound. Then I went to the Aussie. Okay? Look, guys. What was my plan on Thursday? So here we are in the swing trading group. We're up here and we're like, man, we're all bulls, but we need this to drop all the way down to 75 before we could buy it. So the market opened at 75. Boom, I bought it and I'm done. What did you do all week? Well, on Thursday, I created a plan with my team. On Sunday, I executed the trade, and now I'm done. Okay? Now, this one hasn't worked out. This one's only been mediocre. This one's worked out fine. It's summer, guys. I could probably get out right now at break even, but why would I do that? Oh, yeah, look, I'm actually up 50 pips, 55 pips, even with the dog with fleas loser. So most likely, depending on what happens with the Fed, I either get knocked out of all of these and I lose nothing, or by the end of the week, I'm up another 1%. And I have a jet! Right, Chris? You get it? I'm just doing my job. I'm doing nothing special. I'm doing nothing unique. I'm doing nothing complicated. These trades were all planned, 3 days. Well, they were planned on Thursday and executed on Sunday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? So they planned 3 to 4 days in advance. We knew the exact price we wanted to enter. We knew the exact time to be at the chart. So you know what I did? And I told you the story earlier. I'll tell you again. I'm sitting outside. I'm bored. I'm sick of doing school and homework. So I tell my wife, I need something to do. So I'm going to go outside and I'm going to start a fire in a fire pit. It's like 92 degrees and 80% humidity. And I want to start a fire. But this is what Canadians do. So I go out and I'm starting a fire. And then the wife and the kids came out and they want to hang. I'm like, oh, you wanted to hang too? I was just doing this to take up time. But I got a thing. I have to go. It's almost 6. I have to go inside and I have to place my trades. And she's like, oh, really? So they go inside to play their games. And then all of a sudden I'm back outside. She's like, I thought you had a thing at 6. I'm like, I did have a thing at 6. I went in. I knew the exact moment. Like, I got to go, honey. I have to be inside. It's almost 6. I have to go. I walk in. There's all my prices we talked about on Thursday night with the team. There's my prices. Like, oh my God, there we are. Click, 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 click. Back outside, throwing sticks into the fire. See? You might overcomplicate this. Okay? If a group can get together and set it all up, and by the way, it's their trade plans. They're so good now that I'm just providing reassurance that they're, first of all, they're doing the work properly, and second of all, that it makes sense, and then third of all, they're actually doing the work. So part of it is just like hiring some dude at the gym to be your athletic instructor. Most of it is just to make sure you actually go to the gym. Okay? These guys have to do their work because they know on Thursday we're going to get together and talk about next week's trades. I'm like, so what are you going to do on Monday? This is what we talked about on Thursday. So by the time Monday shows up, you're already in your trade. Like, what? What? Okay? You see what I mean? Sev, I'm in Georgia. It rains almost every day. Okay? You can go into my forest right now, grab wood, throw it on a fire, it probably won't even burn. All right? So, anyways, yeah, let's do that. You have a big risk event today. It could be really exciting. Make sure you take your triple screen laptop with you. Okay? And I want you to think about it. Just the little things like, I don't know what you're doing every single day, but think of it, if a group can get together and plan something 3 days in advance, and they know the exact price they want to enter a trade, and they know the exact time to be at the chart, then maybe you should squeeze some of that into what you do. Maybe it's not the only thing you do. That's just a swing trade. You can swing trade and you can position trade. Great. I also showed you today how to set up an Asia fade using day trading. So there's position trading, there's swing trading, there's day trading, and then there's market open intraday trading. You need to eventually learn how to pull the trigger. I think some of you guys are pretty good on strategy, but your tactics might be weak. Okay? So you went through boot camp, you went through ranger school, great, now you're running through, right, and you go to kick the door down and you can't do it. You're like a typical officer. Remember David Pegler, who worked at me in my FX bootcamp days? He's gone on to be a world-class trader. David Pegler tells a story where they're in a firefight in Baghdad. Bah, 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 bullets flying everywhere. And the officer has to jump up on the 50 cal. And he doesn't know how to load it. They're like, get up on the 50! He's up there, he's like, how do you, well, I don't know what to do. So he has to run through bullets up there. Get out of the way, you stupid officer. The officer's just panicking, doesn't know what to do, freaking out. Like, dude, come on. A little bit better on the tactics. Yeah, the officers are really good on strategy, right? So I want you, maybe you're like that officer right now where you're still green, but you have lots of strategy behind you. But at the end of the day, you need to be an expert at execution. Okay? It's all about the execution. Same thing about startups. You might have a wonderful business plan, you might have amazing technology, but if you can't execute the trade plan, in this case your business plan, guess what? You're fired. I'm the venture capitalist. Guess what? You're fired. You're out of the company. I own the company now. And I'm going to replace you with the CEO that can execute, because if you can't do it with good technology and a half decent team and all this kind of stuff, like you can't run the business, then you're fired. So I want you to work on little things like show up and do the job. When I say you should be at your charts at 6 p.m. Eastern Time every Sunday, that's the bare minimum. You can't do that, you got problems. And you'll have to work on those problems. Okay? So I'm trying to reinforce you that you can do this. These are very, clear rules of engagement. And you can plan your strategy down to the exact price and exact time 3 days in advance. But you still have to show up and do it. Okay? You still have to be able to kick down the door if you're going to catch the bad guys. And maybe even fire your weapon from time to time, right? So whatever. Take the analogy you want. This is the worst time of year to be trading, but you should be up 2 or 3% this month. It's a fantastic summer so far. All right? But like I said, the way to make money in the summer is it might be slow and the volatility and volume is low, but if you execute perfectly, you'll probably make money. If you have mediocrity, it's going to lead you to bankruptcy. So I'm just asking you to be nearly perfect, and if you can, you'll be slowly profitable. I'll see you tomorrow. Good luck with that Fed thing. I'm sure everyone on TV's freaking out right now. Freaking out, freaking out. It's the biggest thing ever. 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 This is going to be so big. So good luck with that, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be